This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not translating the lyrics of Boogie Oogie Oogie for bored Europeans, I'm listening to Rainier Avenue Radio World.
This is an important message about coronavirus. With coronavirus still spreading, those who are most likely to get seriously ill must take extra precautions. You are at a higher risk for getting seriously ill if you are over 65 or if you have any serious underlying medical conditions like heart disease, chronic lung disease, diabetes, or undergoing cancer treatment. If you're at a higher risk for getting seriously ill, it's essential you take extra care to protect yourself. Stay home, avoid close contact with others, wash your hands frequently with soap and water for 20 seconds, disinfect frequently touched objects like doorknobs and light switches. The choices you make are critical, and their impact is significant.
Women are not an homogenous group.
We face discrimination differently depending on factors such as ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status, and more.
Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to amplify women's voices.
They are the experts of their own lives, initiating conversations within their community about challenges they face, the solutions they're working on, and the opportunities they see.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 for Women's Voices on Air. We know our challenges. We are the experts of our lives.
We are master multitaskers, prioritizing our family, friends, and our faith above our own needs.
Our needs and voices are too often overlooked.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. for Women's Voices on Air.
We tell our stories in our own way.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
To me, generational wealth means access to joy. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy a lot of things that make it easier. I find that when your basic needs are met, it's a lot easier to work on other things. Like even for myself as an artist, like I'm not the best creative, I'm not the best artist when my basic needs aren't being met, and not having to worry about that for yourself, but also for the people closest to you, like your loved ones. To me, that's the beauty of generational wealth. To me, generational wealth is community. It's being able to talk to people and figure out what they need and help them. I feel like especially in Seattle,
this campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio World.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio,
your community radio station.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo
and your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and IDYourself
here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
Here go the first song.
Then it must be good for you. I like to find a thing in life. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you.
Yeah, I made away with it. Controller in my hand, I'm too player with it. We on West Coast time, we gon' wait a minute. We on Sunset Boulevard, La Brea with it. They told me never in a million and I did it. I'm the one you love to hate, listen, I get it. I had that Annie Miller knock and I rocked it. A line on the elbows and I pull them out the socket. There's pin bones in my body, black belt in karate, kung fu and taekwondo. I'm an underground icon, hands in the air if you gon' find a way. Rollie in the sky if you got time today.
I'm on the paper, making mission tonight. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you. I like to find a thing in life. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you.
I'm a choosy lover, you can't use me, lover. This the winning team, hit I lose it, bitch for the suckers. Go and sit on the bench, you ain't got you no game. If you listen long enough, you might can get you some change. I'm a smooth operator, you should call me Sade. The way I'm picking they pockets, the way I'm picking they brains. Ever since a young one, I've been soaking up game. Shout out all my real P's, the reason I'm laced. If you broke, baby, please stay out of my way. Cause I'm on a money mission and I can't be late. I like the finer things, I like designer things. And I'm married to the game, fuck your diamond ring. Hey, don't need to politic, I got my own campaign. And you can send back his bottle, got my own champagne. Let's raise a toast for those that can't be played. And all my hustlers hustling hard just to get that cream.
I'm on the paper, make a mission tonight. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you. I like to find a thing in life. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you.
Yeah, I'm sugar free, I keep mine equal. You know the bumps around areolas, they say that's braille for blind people. I'ma do it today. I was talking to her uncle, he was clipping his toenails, nothing he could sniff one before he threw it away. Spitting the fly. Yeah, P trying to get at the driver, giving the beans, but she ain't saying that in the pasture, act like she ain't getting the ride. Don't hate the player, I hate the game. If I ain't stopping this, wanna come on stage, it's 9 feet dick up here that'll fuck up your esophagus. I'm the doctor that told you when you was little, it's not gonna hurt. Kill yourself, cause whatever you're gonna do from here, it's not gonna work. Oh, there it comes. I'm Will Ferrell on Step Brothers, Madden them up, rubbing my dick on your shirt. Yeah, so they didn't mention me. I believe I can rap. R. Kelly believed he could fly. You wanna impress me, fly out the penitentiary. I'm sugar free and I am here to high fickle beat. Remember I told you R. Kelly got caught sniffing little girls' bicycle seats?
I'm on the paper, make a mission tonight. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you. I like to find a thing in life. If it's good to you, then it must be good for you.
Woo! As it is every Wednesday night, it's always good for you. Fresh juice. Rainier Avenue Radio. Shouts out to our opening song right there, Anthony Danza, off the album We Got Plays to Make. That one is the finer things, featuring Cocaine, Goldie Stacks, and we got a verse from Sugar Free on that one.
Came through.
That's a record right there, man. Shout out my guy AD.
Yes, sir, man. Make sure you check out his weekly event that he has going on every single week, man. He's been pulling out the crowds for those things, man.
Nice.
Yeah, they had DJ Fresh out there last night.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, another dope show for you, as always, with the juice pack, including myself, D Money.
Pint Size Patron.
IDYourself, you heard? OG Mambo.
And we got a couple of guests coming through, man. We also got 2 world premiere song premieres, man. One of them from our own OG Mambo.
Yeah, indeed, man.
And then oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, man. I was just gonna say we've been waiting for this one. It's time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's coming. We teasing that. Also, man, like I said, 2 guests. One of them is doing a world premiere. Yeah, we'll be having Gifted Gab with us here in just a couple of seconds. And then in the second hour, man, we'll be joined by Afrok, who has a song premiere for us, man. So dope show. Split it down the middle. Have some fun with it, you know. So shouts out to people in the comments. Let's see. Miles Salvador already checking in, always showing up love right from the jump. And yeah, my mom's here. All right. Hi, y'all.
Family in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Feel free to jump in those comments throughout the show. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all of our platforms. We'll include you in the program, all that kind of stuff. You can all follow Fresh Juice on all of our platforms, of course. Subscribe to us, on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/@FreshJuiceMedia, youtube.com/@FreshJuiceMedia. Go direct right there. Subscribe. Hit the bell icons. You can get all the updates. We drop all of our live shows on that page, but also smaller clips, man. So you can have fun with it, all that stuff, anytime that you want. If you're watching on Tuesday, Friday, whatever, man, we love you. We appreciate you. We're also on IG and Twitter @Fresh Juice Media. Follow us there. We live tweet the playlist, tag artists on there, and join us on our Facebook group as well. Facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. When you go on that Facebook and you comment on there, make sure that you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and register your name. Otherwise, it'll show up as Facebook user. So there you go. We got, like I said, we got a great show, but first that we got to see how we all doing, man. You know, see if we're all in good spirits, how the week's been treating us.
I mean, I'll jump right in it. I mean, I'm on a conquest personally. I got court again tomorrow morning, and then
Okay.
I'm back to work on my 9 to 5. Get off of work and go back home and see my family and kiss the babies. You feel me?
Fight the power.
Fight the power, man.
Oh,
Fight.
brother. Honestly, being rich is being free, bro. And I'm trying to be free. You feel me?
Okay, I feel it, man. Definitely. How you doing, Mambo?
Man, I'm good. Just been locked in, clocked in. Got a real busy weekend coming up for y'all. Back-to-back performances with the Fremont Friday finale, then bumper shoot, a couple DJ gigs looped in around it. So I just been locked in and clocked in rehearsal mode. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little tired.
We got a couple of things from you to talk about later on for sure, man, including that song premiere. What about you, Patron, man? How's it been?
Man, just keeping it lively, man.
I like it a lot. And man, just another week for me, man. Nothing really to say. So it's time to bring in our guests, man. So hand it over to the maestro.
Man, live and direct, you are here with the group Fresh Juice, man. And we got us a very, very, very special guest. We like to give flowers to those who have been committed to their own individual journey, especially those individuals whose individual journey has been able to spew out and help grow and strengthen our community. We got a legend in her own right. One of my personal friends, my dog, Gifted Gab, is in the building, y'all. Make some noise, man.
What's happening?
What's going down? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
You know, thugging. But I'm about to get on your level. I just finished rolling my little L, so we about to get right to it. I see your hands working down there.
I know. We can see her. She's chilling in the cut right now.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I just step outside.
Man, it's also been a really long time since we've had you on the show. I think I was with a different radio station the last time you were on Fresh Juice. So
I think so. Yeah, it's definitely been a minute.
Yeah, exactly, man.
We definitely can't call it your first rodeo. We can say that.
Not at all.
But since your last time here, man, we have changed the way we do things. We open things up with a little game show. And let's get ready because it's time to play Take Yo Pick.
I think he's gonna malfunction every time he do that. I'm not sure that he's gonna make it.
I glitch out, bro. I can't help it, Joe.
I just want to make sure that ID is not an actual robot, man. You'll just bust when he stays.
I get this pinch in my shoulder, and it just goes nuts. Yo. I don't know what to do.
What is this game you speak of?
All right. If your first time ever playing Take Your Pick, it's a really simple game to play. We give you 2 different options and you choose one of them. We want you all to play along in the comments, of course, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And we will flash your comments on the screen while we do it, but we'll also pick our favorite and celebrate it on the following episode. So without no further ado, let's take a look at last week's winner. And the winner is KJ Grand. Yeah. He said, I'm about to be beatboxing with my booty cheeks in public.
What was he talking about?
He did say that.
Hey, what was the reference question, D? I think this is a fart reference. Out of context, that sounds crazy though. I'm not gonna.
Out of context, that's crazy all around. Context don't really change how crazy that is.
Well, you can see the type of place this game goes.
Man, y'all tripping over here.
Let's go. Let's do a fresh 5, yo. Here we go. Take yo pick. Have no phone or have no car?
Easy, no phone.
No phone?
Yeah.
No phone. I'm gonna move around.
Now listen,
I'm gonna have to rock with you on that one too, Gab. No phone.
Now,
I'll pull up on you. I'm a 90s baby, man. You know, every one of my friends, I used to have to do that, knock on the door. Hey, Miss So-and-so, is such and such here? Oh, they went to the park? You said they left like 10 minutes ago? Oh, I'll catch you. Don't worry, I'll catch you.
Right. Whoever I need to pull up on, I generally know certain places where they're gonna be. I don't need to call them. I'm gonna just pull up on, you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking of like that movie. You just checking your calendar, Gab. It's Tuesday. I know where he at. It's good.
I'm
just
thinking
about like, I'm thinking about the book of Eli and when Denzel had to go through all them towns and none of them jokers cared about him, bro. I'm just trying to say, if this is times where you gotta have a phone or a car, and that's just like all you can choose to have, I gotta have a car because I gotta have a phone because I can do is call you and tell you to come and get me, or call you and tell you that I'm on the way because there's zombies ahead. You think?
I know, right? Be prepared for me.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If everything went up, yeah, I mean, like, and I had to choose, like, yo, we get in the whip, or we gonna pick up this phone and get out of here because the zombies are here. Because we can either grab the keys or we can grab the phone. I'm grabbing the phone and I'm going out the back door, and we gonna get to a safe spot because we know the hood, and then we gonna call somebody.
Hey, me and Gab finna drive past you with a backwood road
on anything. You gonna grab the phone first? Like, why would a phone in apocalypse? I feel like a phone is useless in apocalypse. Who are you really calling? We all know it's bad. Like,
right.
Get out of here.
there ain't no updates right there. No, we know.
Yeah, like I need to call the homies.
Bro,
like, bro, you
the
see
world
that
ended,
the world
bro.
ended? Like, no, I know. I'm with you. We here together.
Hey, it be some people like that in the world, though. Like, why are you calling me to tell me there's an apocalypse, dog? Like, I know. I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
Do nothing about it. All you can do is tell me. We already know what's going on. You can't even pull up and save me. Like,
I'm gonna go and be transparent. One time, real quick story. One time, I called my mother, right? And at the time, I got a scar on my eyebrow because one time I ran into a door, bobbing my head, listening to music, not paying attention while I was walking, right? Long story short, when I called my mother, she's like, "Why are you calling me? Call the damn ambulance!" Like, what are you calling me for? Like, you gotta sometimes you just gotta call somebody.
And even then, you don't want to call the ambulance. That's one of them. You just want to pull up. Hey, man, look.
Pull up.
Y'all see? Do what you do. Y'all see it.
And I don't know, man. I just can't do it, man. I can't pull up on someone that I don't know they're not going to be there. So I just got to check beforehand.
Well, I got the guns out waiting to shoot somebody coming in the front door. That's why I got to call you.
Patron, what you doing? I needed the old school answer, man. I need the phone, man.
I need my phone.
Hey.
You need your phone. Hey, that's actually surprising. The two older cats on here talking about y'all need y'all. You spent half your lives without a phone.
Yeah,
and the whole time that you didn't have a phone, you for sure had a car in your life. That's all I'm saying. I'm just gonna leave it there.
It was definitely just pulling up.
Yeah. No, I love my car, but if I didn't have to drive, I wouldn't be mad at it.
So you trying to do that backseat chauffeur living? I see you.
I'm saying, like, brother, you can do more business on your phone.
We see who's the survivalist here.
Right.
We survive. We get up out of there. I don't need to call nobody.
Our answers are definitely framed in some sort of trauma, but it's okay.
Oh God. You see, I didn't even think twice. I'm not even thinking about any of that. Like, no, I need to.
What we got for that next one, D-Moolah?
Yes, sir. Take your pick. Speak with your future self or speak with your past self.
Ooh. See, now this was a good one. Because look, if I talk to my past self, I could give myself some game scores, some cheat codes. We could invent Snapchat or something like that. That would be hard, right? But my future self, man, then I could use that right now. I could be like, hey, bro, so does Trump win next year? Like, what's going on, bro? Let me know.
But think about it, Mambo, think about it. Like, honestly, your past self isn't still going to continue living when you get done talking to him. You're only going to be able to speak to him and keep that knowledge of what your conversation was about. If you spoke to your future self, then what you said was correct. You can use it in real time because you still got to live now. You know what I mean? So, like, you could just know that in the future, that's what you're going to look like, and you won't know how you get there, but at least you could know what your future looks like so you can kind of, like, prepare and get yourself some classes ahead of time or something like that. You know what I mean?
I just don't know what I would say to my past self. I'd be like, look, little guy, we made it, bro. No, you gonna make it. Some of your homies ain't gonna get there, but you gonna make it, bro. Just I don't know, bro. Do what you do, bro. You figure it out eventually, dog. That's all I'm saying. I
don't know. It's actually been a minute on Take Your Pick since Mom was trying to finesse the question into a bag. I missed it.
You heard it instantly. I was like, if I can beat the Facebook dude to Facebook, look, we on. I'm gonna break all y'all off too. Don't worry, man.
Yo, it's lit. Yo, it's lit. Yo,
Oh
it's
God, I'm gonna
lit.
be the first when Steve Jobs was talking about iPhones. I'll be like, you know what, bruh? You need investment. You know what I'm saying? I got 500 for
You
you.
know what, man? Look, bust it.
You know?
Look, bust it. I was watching the documentary, right?
Apple.
Look, bust it real quick. I was watching this documentary, and they said that like for every decision you make, potentially there's another version of you somewhere in the universe, and that's just that many universes, right? And I just watched it. It was like a 2-hour documentary. So I'm just watching it like National Geographic or something legit. And so I'm watching this documentary. I'm talking to my girl, I'm like, yo, did a goosebumps decision. And you made it, and like just now, like now we're talking about you don't go talk to your past self.
Steve Jobs cut him off. He was trying to give away his secrets.
That part.
I know, right? From the grave.
That's exactly what happened just now. Like, gotta chill out. They're watching us.
He said, whoa. No, you can't get that one away. Nah, all right. If I'm gonna have to pick one, I'm gonna go ahead and lock in. I'm gonna say my future self. Let's see what's going on tomorrow. How I can affect today. I made it through what I made it through already. You know what I'm saying? I can't guarantee I'm gonna make it through what's coming. You know, so I don't know that. I don't know how far this road goes. So it'd be nice to know.
Bro has a point. Talking to your past self doesn't really change nothing.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I'm really,
you just get to give affirmations and be like, hey, look, bro, we're cool, bro. Look,
right.
Yeah, that encouragement.
It's not like I can. You know what I'm saying? Go back and be like, bro, invest in Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Like, kind of don't. Kind of useless. So yeah, let's go with future self.
Yeah, I can only tell myself like, put the swishers down. White girls aren't really for you. You know, you get some tattoos. Tattoos don't hurt that bad. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like the information I relayed back, and that'd be.
Lord. Yeah, future seems the most logical.
I go say for you. This is what we're going to do.
I will say I'll go with past self though, just for that perspective, man. This is where I've been. This is where I'm at now. You know, maybe I'm not disclosing things that are happening in the future, man. I'm just getting like, who was I back then, man? And you know,
who are you
exactly? I need to find out.
I'm gonna give a 5-dimensional answer. I'm honestly gonna go with the money because, like, if I can speak to my sober self, I can speak to my drunk self now from now that I'm sober, then I would tell my drunk self like, yo, you start this life. You're going to be in this life when I leave, but stop drinking, yo. And I would tell them that way ahead of time before I did everything that I've done now.
See that?
Oh, that would be a crazy question to talk to someone in a different state that you're in. Talk to drunk me versus...
You got to go to a different universe and literally sit there like, as your today self in a different universe, talking to another version of yourself that's younger than you, doing all the mistakes you was doing. That would be bugged out, yo.
Hey, younger Mambo was way more ignorant. If I was also inebriated and saw like your future version of myself, I don't think I could handle that back then. You know what I mean? I'd be talking crazy. I'd probably roast myself. You ain't me. Get him out of here.
Disrespecting yourself.
I'm disrespecting all my time. What? So, like, unless my future self returned the roast to confirm that it was me, you know what I mean? That'd be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's math. It's math.
I forget if we got your answer, Patron, but who are you talking to?
No, we going to the future self.
Okay, going to the future.
We're not looking back, man.
You know, Patron's a man of the future world, man. He's a man of tomorrow, man.
Yeah, he's tomorrow, man.
Many of us are.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. Kind of like buying stuff, bro.
Good. All right, man. Let's move on here. Take your pick. All right, babysit a crying infant for an entire day, or have an unwanted house guest for a week.
Oh, you got me after, bro. Let me go ahead and answer this for you real quick, okay? We ain't let nobody in the crib that don't belong in the crib, okay? You go and bring them baby-ass kids and bring them bottles, bring that diaper bag. You're going to be out for 24 hours. I promise you. You're going to not be dead. Like, You can
Yeah,
get
I
them
mean,
folks about my
if you
house.
would have said like a toddler, I might go with unwanted house guests because I could just leave. You can't just leave a toddler by itself. But infant,
Right.
an infant, they ain't walking, they ain't running. You like, if you know what I'm saying, they might be crying because they hungry after you feed them and burp them and do whatever. It's like, all right, now you're just doing too much. Like, I'm gonna just close this door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What?
Let you go ahead and just let this animosity out.
Cry it out. Cry it out. There's nothing around you that can hurt you. You
You
can't
feel
walk.
me?
You can't talk. You can't move. You know what I'm saying? We
You
fed
feel me?
you. You change your diaper. Like, you keep crying. I'm finna just close this
For
door and check
sure
in on you
that.
periodically.
me?
But it's not like,
And I'm gonna send
Hey,
that pussy chill.
the part that got me was this time length thing, because 7 days, like 1 day with the unwanted house guest is terrible. 7 days,
right.
like now, like I'm
Like,
not
I'm
kicking
not
out the
having
house.
nobody for 7. I
I'm
might shoot
frequenting
you by
places
that,
I
bro.
don't hang out at. They're like, "What you doing here?" Oh no, I just can't come home. You know,
Nah,
I
man.
got people at the house right now.
Mambo, how long would you let somebody touch your nerves before you did something about it? 7 days ain't gonna come back. Hell no.
Yeah, it's like
I
if
can
the
honestly
house
say I
guest
didn't understand what you just said right now, but
at all.
Like you wouldn't let nobody touch your nerves for that
Really hard to
long.
hear you.
You wouldn't let nobody touch your nerves for that long.
Oh,
What
what time
I'm-
is KJ
for,
on
for,
right
for
now?
7
man?
days,
KJ
no,
just want that
I couldn't do
comment
it.
of the more. He just want the comment of the show.
He said
man.
you can't beat the baby, but that unwanted house guest might get busted. What?
So now we beating up house guests. I know what type talk y'all are.
I just feel like
I
if the
see what
house
type-
guest is if the house guest is unwanted, I feel like the logical thing would be like you could just leave. But if you don't even want them in your house, you don't want them in your house while you're not there either. So you kind of are
That's
just
true.
stuck. You know?
Now you got to sit there and play security guard to your house.
Yeah,
for this
or
person
it's
that
like
you don't really like.
which is better? Like you got to be stuck in the house because you don't want to leave them in the house, or you got to take them wherever you go, which could even be worse. Because it's like, bro, if I don't even really like you like that,
Right.
chances are the people around me ain't gonna like you like that. So they're like, why you bring this weak ass person? You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, give me the baby. Give me the baby. I'm closing that door. Close that door and
No,
I'm turning up
I
that
seen
music.
Gab on the hill the other day with this weird dude. I don't know what was going on. Like,
Right, and I'm like, I
now,
can't
now
even
your
explain,
your
like, girl, he's
reputation
stuck
getting
with me.
tarnished and
I can't
stuff.
shake him. I can't lose him. I'm like, man, what you want me to do?
Nah, I'm with
You
you.
ain't
Give me
gotta
that
say it,
baby. I've had a hard day. I can handle a hard day. A hard week sounds terrible. No, I'm
Terrible.
cool.
Nah, I would be all effed up at work and everything.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you come back home from work and you know what I'm saying, the food that you've been thinking about all day, he's just sitting there
Gone.
You still,
licking his
you still gotta go
fingers,
pay
finishing
bills.
it as you walk in, like, man, I'm gonna kill
You can't
you.
quit your because you got a bad house guest.
It ain't nothing but a roach left in the tray. Like, you blew down all the tree. Like,
Right.
what?
All of
No, I actually like it out here.
Oh,
I'm thinking about
bad,
moving
bro.
out. No, don't move here.
Yeah,
I need to
I'm
get you
crashing out.
expeditiously back to wherever you came from. Like,
I'm crashing
immediately.
out.
But you got a crying infant though, man. They need your attention. You can't just put them up in the room for the entire day, man.
Once you
gotta
know,
have-
Gabby's right.
Nah, you know what? You know what?
This is
bro?
babysitting 101. Once you have fulfilled all the needs, the changing, the food, the everything, and the baby's still crying, they just doing a little much. You just got to give them a little bit. Be like 20 minutes or so. Keep the baby monitor going or whatever. Set your phone up, however you got to do it. But like, they'll be all right. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Right.
I got 3 little siblings, and they all good right now. They grown now. They still breathing.
Okay.
If anything, depending on how
I'll
hard
take
they're
your word
crying,
for
they're
it.
just gonna tire themselves out. So you know what I'm saying? After a while,
Tire themselves out.
It's just a matter of time.
That part, yo,
Yep.
that
You
part.
open that door in about 19 minutes, and that baby's gonna be passed out in an awkward position, however it was crying last.
on everything, like you ain't never cried. You ain't never cried so hard that like afterwards you like, damn, I'm a little tired. Took a lot out of me. Like imagine that for a tiny baby. Like that's not a whole. They don't need to do a whole lot of crying.
That takes a lot of energy, man. A lot of
Yeah.
energy. Oh, let's move on. Take your pick. All right. Be pranked or trip and fall.
Dang, that's a good one. Because either way, I'm mad.
I know.
Right?
Either way, you're embarrassed, but how? You
Either
want
way,
someone to
I'm
do it
mad. If
for
I
you or
trip
do
and
it
fall,
yourself?
I'm beefing.
That's what I was thinking though. The trip and fall, I feel like that can happen in private, and I'm cool with that. Like if I trip and fall like by myself, if I get pranked, I'm assuming somebody's videotaping that, and like it's gonna live forever in the ether.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Point. That's a good point, Mambo. We're gonna make a stipulation on this one. You trip and fall in public.
Oh my goodness.
We're not letting you get away with that one.
Now, I don't know. There's actually a recent video of somebody who was drunk and fell down the stairs. I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody that I just seen, and that looked terrible. And the way people were talking about that man in the comments, it'd be very disheartening to see people talking about me like that. So I'll just go ahead and get pranked, because then everyone's supposed to be laughing at me. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Right. It's like, if you fall, like everyone's laughing and you not laughing. You get pranked, eventually you're like, okay, y'all got me.
I mean, even if you're tripping, because tripping and falling is funny. Like, you'll laugh for the first couple seconds, but after it's like, damn, that was hella embarrassing. But like, and if you trip and fall, you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. At least if somebody prank you, you can be like, man, he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. You know Jerry crazy. You know he crazy, man. Right. I can't believe you did that.
Right, and pranks can genuinely be funny. Like, it could have been cold, but it's like, dang, that was a good one. Like, you
right.
Like, that was a good call.
See, and everything you guys just said is the exact reason why I get pranked. Because if somebody did me like that, bro, it's on like Kong. Like, I can't be getting that invested in somebody just like get backs, and I got to get it like times 10. You feel me? And so
but what if it's a good prank? Like, what if it's like, all right, you got me.
You legitimately you set it up right.
If it's really good, then I gotta go really. If you got me really good, then I gotta go extra hard. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, that's all top. You gotta get it back. But like, it could be not embarrassing. It could just be like, dang, you really shocked me. You scared? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
well, remember when scared me? Have me drive all the way to a sound check that doesn't exist or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
but like, Gifted Gab said, like, yo, when somebody calls, hold on.
Outside that venue, upset, huh?
Yeah,
I seen you pull up. I know how many bags and what you take to prepare, Gabby. So I know you're gonna be irritated. Someone hit you with the okie doke.
I'm sound checking.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm checking regardless. No, we doing the show today. I don't care if this was a prank. Well, we doing the show now.
Right, now it's the show. Now it's the show.
Yeah, I couldn't get hit with the 40. I would just rather like do like, cause see, like Gab said, like if somebody fell, you would laugh for us, be like, damn, that's fucked up, effed up. I'm sorry, and then you would just be like, yo, and in theory, somebody would probably help you up, and so I would just be like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather take that moment, really get me, and then my you know what I'm saying, my adrenaline's up, brain's racing. I'm calling people like, yo, we gotta do something today, yo. We got, you know, it just gotta go down like that.
But we also not factoring in tripping, falling, and like actually hurting yourself. Like, what if you like
right?
Your ankle, so now you like. Now it's really not funny. Like
now you roll the ankle in addition to people laughing at you too. This is like a laugh. Now it lasts.
Well, you know, there are some pranks that can go wrong, and you can really hurt yourself in those too. So
that's true.
See, those aren't the pranks that are in good taste though. That's like you talking about like Jackass or like while you're hanging out with your white friends pranks. Like those ones.
But also it's still an accountability thing. If you prank me. It's still an accountability thing. If you prank me and you hurt me, now I can put my hands on you. But if I trip and fall, I can, like, who am I?
Yeah, who am I gonna beat up? Like, I'm
all you get beat up is whatever you fell on.
I gotta sock the ground up. Like, what am I?
Right. And you better watch it next time I walk past you. Don't be having extra curves and stuff like that. What's to you?
Right. There's not much recourse.
You gotta stare at the ground though.
I know, right? That is definitely a natural reaction because you gotta assess the damage.
What was that?
Like, was it me? Was it the environment? Like, how can I be better moving forward?
When you trip and fall like that, you just gotta pretend you died. So now you gotta get people to feeling bad. Like,
right.
You just gotta lay there and pretend that you died.
Hey, I've never heard that one. I'm gonna take that one though.
KJ says, "I'll do that."
Y'all think it's funny? Y'all looking at a dead body right now.
Right. Immediate concern. Yo, is she cool? Whoa, hey, no, yo, is she good?
Right, it's been 10 minutes.
See, and then you jump up and be like, I'm good. Now you just pranked everybody. So you just put 2 on 1. I see that.
On everything. Yeah, it's a double negative.
we all lose. That's all good.
Let's move on to our last one, y'all. Take your pick. Last one. Have a college or library named after you, or have a sports stadium named after you.
Definitely a library.
I'd
I
have to
prefer
say
books.
something at a college just because I feel like there's more longevity in that. Like we
Yeah.
done seen our stadium be like 3 things in a decade.
On everything. I was just about to say that. I was about they'll change your name quick, but they don't normally change libraries or universities names ever. Like
ever.
They never switched up Harvard.
Like somebody got to buy something else if you bought the library already. Like they might sell the auditorium still, but that library, that's yours forever.
I know it'll be like CenturyLink University. They just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's CenturyLink, Climate Play. I don't even know what it. I'm gonna keep it real. I still call everything the Kingdom and the Key Arena. So that's
right?
Thank you.
That's just what it is.
What? Safeco Field.
Right.
Safeco, Key Arena. Like I don't know what a climate pledge. Like honestly, when people say climate pledge, I literally go in my brain and be like, "What are they talking about?" I'm like,
right.
Like say what it is. Like, stop playing with me.
It was something for 25 years. Y'all just gonna call it this? Nah, man, I don't care what paperwork you sign. Put whatever sign you want on the outside. That is the Key Arena. That's where the Supersonics play, and it's just that, bro. The Storm is in there. That's what's going on, bro. That's it. Period. Point blank.
That part.
Yeah. I'm definitely going for either university or library too, man. Just like I said, more longevity for sure. Only because the corporate people haven't figured that one out yet.
Yep.
Right.
They haven't won on that
safe
one
for
yet.
now.
Yeah, right now it's safe.
They're listening, bro.
All right, man. Thank you, everybody, for playing Take Your Pick. We appreciate y'all. We'll definitely choose one of these comments, man, celebrate on the following episode. We're going to pay some bills real quick when we come back. We got a song from Gab off her album. So we'll play that for you right there. G-Body Music, and we'll chat with her for a little bit. And of course, Afrok's on the way, and we got song premieres coming from Afrok and Mambo. So don't go anywhere. Don't touch no dials. Share the broadcast and keep sipping that fresh juice. We'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? This is Sari Savi, and you're listening to The Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo.
We all remain committed to slow the spread of coronavirus, taking care of ourselves and not putting others in harm's way, especially those already at higher risk of getting seriously ill, including people over 65 or those with underlying medical conditions. If you must be out, avoid crowded areas, stay 6 feet or 2 arm lengths away from others, and wear a face covering. Wash hands frequently with soap and water for 20 seconds, especially after being in public spaces. Avoid touching your face, cough or sneeze in a tissue, then throw it away. Disinfect frequently, touch objects, and if you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. Slowing coronavirus means taking care of ourselves while also protecting others. Even if you're not at high risk, these steps should be taken to help slow the spread of coronavirus. We are all in this together.
This is Big Poppy, host of Jazz from the Cabinets. Join me each week for a listening tour of the first century of jazz, an eclectic mix of Dixieland, big band, cool jazz, bebop, contemporary jazz, world jazz, all jazz in all forms. That's Jazz from the Cabinets with Big Poppy on Rainier Avenue Radio, streaming worldwide on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, wipe things down, clean up your space. When you cough and sneeze, do responsibly. If you feel you're getting ill, isolate at home and chill. No, you're not alone. Please pick up your phone and call 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health 206-477-3977. King County 206-477-3977. Public Health Community Radio Station will provide you with more information. Say Rainier Avenue Radio. Your community radio station will provide you with more information. Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yo, what's going on, man? You're here with your boy Shay TV of Bridgeview Media, and I'm on Fresh Juice every Wednesday on Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack, D Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and my boy OG Mambo, man. Let's go.
Boy, I thought you knew better. I'm not one of those, I'm a go-getter. I'm not one of y'all that is so ghetto. Push the pedal on me once he thick, sweet. I don't f*** around, my game's elite. If I f*** around and find out, cause I had to fill him in like an eyebrow. Cause if I put my name on it, then it's mine now. He said he liked to eat the as it like how. Oh, you thought you knew. About to f*** around and find out. I tried to play it cool. About to f*** around and find out. You think you're too smooth. About to f*** around and find out. Now I'ma make a move. About to f*** around and find out. He said I'm smooth like butter, he tryna roll with me. I've been on the road on go, whipping the 4 series. He like I'm so serious, I'm like, show you is. You gon' tune in, it don't matter what show it is. I take your soul, baby, so you gon' give me that. He said that you can have it, baby, I don't need it back. Damn, well that's the time that you want. You don't even really know me, maybe you could be wrong. Maybe I'm not the type you like and I be leading you on. He said as long as you the leader, I don't see what's the problem. When you pressing a hard line, full court pressing, he ain't seeing no stop sign. So I'm like, aight, if I give you the shot, well you bet not. Round and fumble the rock, either you walking how you talking or you talking a lot. Look at that clock running low, and I think you should know that. Oh, you thought you knew. Oh, I thought you knew. About to round and find out. I tried to play it cool. About to round and find out. You think you're too smooth. About to round and find out. Now I'ma make a move. About to round and find out.
That's right, y'all. You better find out. It's by our guest, Gifted Gab off of her album right there, G-Body Music. Go cop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Groovy,
Right.
groovy.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta ask, how long did it feel, or did you feel like it took for you to find that pocket that you're in right now? Because I feel like right now it's like the most authentic version of yourself that everyone's getting from like someone who knows you a little bit personally, you know, because that's really who you are. You smooth and wavy singing like that, but you also got like a little bit of gangsta in there too, like you'll punch a nigga in his throat, like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting from the record. So how long did it take you to get in that comfortable pocket where you weren't just delivering bars, you got to play with your voice and all them harmonies and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, you know, I grew up in the church, so I was like singing before I was technically like rapping for real. So I've always been like, I don't know, keen to harmonies and stuff like that, because that's what, you know what I'm saying, singing in the choir, like, it's, you know, you got the 3-4 part harmony or whatever. So I kind of just grew up on that, so it kind of just always carried into my music. Like even I did some singing stuff even on like my first album, Queen Latifah, but like anytime I do any type of melodies or harmony or whatever, like I always have a harmony with it, and that definitely stems from just my, you know, just me growing up in the church. And it just sounds good. Like everything just sounded a little bit better with another, you know what I'm saying, a little on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And you doing most of those layers too, for the most part too, right? Am I mistaken?
You said what?
You're doing most of the layers on that too. Like, I know you tap in like when you get like the super lows and some of the male harmonies, but otherwise it's you just laying up all them different pockets from the alto.
It's all me. I think realistically, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever collabed, or no, I don't think. Yeah, no, there's nobody. I'm like, has
the only one that
sang on my? No, it's all me.
Yeah, because I was thinking like I remember the first time I heard you play with that kind of tonal pocket. I think for me would be that what's that record? I think it's Phil Collins. That's you and Jar Joy, right?
Oh yeah, Orange Skyline.
Orange Skyline, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Skyline, yeah, that joint. Cause you playing with that same little pocket with the like
Can
so.
I
And
kind of want to
I
reverse
feel
the
like you leaned
question.
in it now though. That is G body music though, for sure.
On
I kind of want
everything.
to. I kind of want to reverse the question, because Mambo kind of knows you personally, and I don't actually. And so, like, how you said that you was in the church and stuff. Like, how did you get into? Because I'll be completely honest with you. I've heard of you the entire time I've been in this state, and so to me, it was funny you mentioned the Queen Latifah, which I don't know all of your body of work, but in general, you're like the Queen Latifah of this Northwest area, in a sense of like how you really put it down the way you do. And so, how did you get
Yeah,
into
I'll
the
take it.
rapping? That no, for sure. I mean that. I mean that for real.
Yeah.
From just a fan base, because like I'm just more of a fan instead of knowing you personally like Mambo does, and so I really feel that way. And like, how did you get into the rapping? As tough as you are, the way you really grit with it. Like, how did you get into that?
How did I get into just rapping in general, or like
Yeah, the
how I
rapping.
did
The
it?
more than the singing, just the rapping stuff.
I mean, I've always been. I'll say it also goes back to my childhood. I was also, I guess, I would say when people were like into the beat, just into the beat, I was always the one that was into the lyrics. Like I wanted to know what people were saying. So
The
like
story was
I was the
about.
kid. Yeah, like I was printing out the lyrics to songs. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay,
Like
okay.
yeah, so like I was always just interested in, you know what I'm saying, the words and the wordplay. And, you know, I was growing up, I was a huge fan of Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? That I think that was like
Woo,
the
that
first.
boy wordplay is crazy.
Right. And I think that was the first album that I actually like bought with my own money type thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? My dad
So
had to
when you
go
hear
get the
people
family
flipping
video.
bars and when you hear all the metaphors and things like that.
Yeah, that and also like I like that he's funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing when
Yeah.
you listen to people rap. Cause like my older brother and like my older cousins and my, you know what I'm saying, put me on to like, you know what I'm saying, like they were listening to like the like Brother Lynch and like, you know what I'm saying, like rappers and stuff like that. But like I like the funny. Like I kind of like to laugh. So like
Yeah, of
Ludacris
course.
and Redman and stuff like that. And then like, you know, then you got like Mac Dre and Sugar Free. Like they also make you laugh, but like they really talking like some real stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like the content is like real deal content, but they're putting like a comedic little spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they like Ludacris is talking about get out of his way. He'll really run you over, but like it's funny when he's saying it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we all been there though. You know what I'm saying?
Ludacris
Exactly.
music
And also
aged pretty well.
references. Like I like references too. So like, you know, like I'm just like a huge ball of like kind of useless pop culture and like film and music and like, you know what I'm saying, knowledge.
Right,
So
and
like the
sneak it in where you can and stuff like that.
yeah, so like to hit like it's fun, like kind of like I guess the same type of feeling you get with battle rap. Like when you catch the reference, you like, oh, I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like even
Right.
down to the most intricate stuff to be able to like know what they're talking about. Like that's what I always like. So that's why I always been to like the lyricism aspect of
I
it.
get into that whenever I hear somebody, because I don't really watch football like that, but I have a favorite football team, but it's like not that deep with me. But in general, it's like when like I hear somebody mention a football player or a basketball player in a bar, and like I happen to know who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is or something. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
oh, you know, that's what I get that feeling. So I
And
feel that.
it's always like a one upping because I'm also like with being lyricism, like I'm big on vocabulary and words. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really just a wordsmith and I like just semantics and words and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to like the same way you're able to like find another word, like, you know what I'm saying, find a word that's better than the word that you were going to use is kind of the same way. So like a reference, like everybody says Michael Jordan, everybody says Scottie Pippen, everybody says that, but like who's referencing John Stockton or like AC Green? Like how do I fit that into a
Or
bar?
if
You
you're
know what I'm saying?
or if you're gonna reference
And I'm
Jordan without
actually a fan, you know what I'm saying? I was a hooper back in the day, so I'm a big fan of basketball. So like I was, you know, like I remember watching Carmelo at Syracuse, you know what I'm saying? Or like
right.
what's her name? Tarasi at UConn and stuff like that. So it's like on
Yeah.
top of the references, I actually know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not
Right.
like just throwing a reference out there. Like, nah, I actually know. Like I have a Ricky card or something like that.
I like to kind of do that with my pen too. Would you say that in your experience it makes it so that your audience is a little bit more curated? Because like I'm even like a fan of Currency for that reason too. And like whenever I meet somebody who's also a fan of Currency, it's like we instantly understand each other because like we understand his coded language. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
if you found
right.
that it's a little more difficult as like, because you know as artists we definitely want as much notoriety as possible. But throughout your journey, have you kind of narrowed it down to like, I'm kind of just focused on my village because this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to start talking what they talking. This is like, you know what I mean? You either get it or you don't get it. And if you don't get it, that's cool. You're not supposed to get it type situation.
That's literally it, bro. Like I don't even really know how else to expound on that. Like that's literally what it is. Like I'm just more of like a boutique person. Like I don't necessarily want everybody to understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like like Walmart versus like a, you know what I'm saying, like a mediums collective. Like I don't necessarily want every single person to be able to get my stuff. I want the ones that will seek it out and really appreciate it and like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the ones I cater to. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not into, you know, it's just like niche type stuff. Like I don't really want to explain it. Like you said, either you get it, or you know what I'm saying, you have somebody else explain it to you. But I'm not finna just try to dumb it down or, like I said, just go with some vocabulary or words that maybe everybody can get. Like, nah, that's not really funny.
And real quick, shout out to Nino, man. He said something on the bar where basically he was like, the real gonna go search out for the real music. Like you don't gotta really make a huge broadcast for the kind of real music that we looking for. As people that come from these experiences in these streets, we already looking for it. And so it's like we gonna find that real. We gonna find that real.
That's right. Yeah, I was asking more so just so you could kind of expound for like our listeners. I know that like there's a lot of people that look up to what you done, what we all doing here too. So when you can kind of give them that, I feel like that's what holds a lot of people back on a local thing and even on a national scale is trying to cater to someone specific and not just being like, you know, I'm gonna let my target audience be people who are like-minded. You know what I mean? I don't want to go sit in that circle over there. Like, who's gonna come sit in my circle over here type situation. So that was some game for
I know a lot of that. I know a lot of that comes down to, you know what I'm saying, people still finding their sound and you know what I'm saying? Like life imitates art imitates life. So like while you growing, like naturally you're gonna sound different and you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, talk about different stuff and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know, like you like some, you know, people want to sound like the people they like. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so look, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You
My
know?
therapist said this. My therapist said basically it's like if you're in a relationship, right, and only one person is working at any given point in time, and it's over 6 months that's going on, they're naturally growing more than the other person is. Not that that's what they want, but if they're not growing with you because they're the only person working, like the other person that's not working, you guys are going to separate naturally even in the same space that you guys sleep in. And it's not because that's what you want, but you guys aren't both with a job where that will create the growth that you will need with the money that anybody would naturally get having a 9 to 5. And that's why you know what I'm saying, that's how we create families. And naturally, you know, generational wealth is having these jobs that create this money that gives us the education and the things that we need.
I agree. And like
I had a quick question, man. I was gonna ask. Speaking of growing up in the church, how long did it take, like your parents, to become a fan of your music or really believe in you, or did it take long?
Well, I will say that growing up, my parents let me kind of do what I wanted to do in the sense of just trying things. So like I tried every sport you can imagine. I played piano. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
they
dope.
kind of let me figure it out.
Open-minded.
But
Open-minded.
Yeah, hella open-minded and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like my parents know. Like I tell people this all the time. Like I've been the same person my whole life. So like little Gabby to me now, like I'm just a grown version of who I was. But like I've always been me. So I've just always been in my own head, always doing my own thing. So like, you know what I'm saying? Especially my mom, she recognized that. So like she encouraged that type of behavior. So it's like whatever she gonna land on, it's gonna hit. So like let's just try whatever, you know,
let her be her.
Can I
Yeah,
ask you real quick, like what was your favorite instrument to play?
I'd probably say piano just because that was the most time I put into an instrument. Like I want to say I played piano from maybe when I was like 6 or 7 to when I was like 12 or 13. And that's when like I was in middle school and like, you know, it was like the decision, and it was definitely before 13. So maybe around like 11 or 12, you know what I'm saying? My mom was pretty much like, cause piano was like very rigorous, like practices all the time. You know what I'm saying? Recitals, all that stuff. I'm getting to be like a young teenager. I want to hoop all day. Like I don't necessarily want to go to school, have to come home, do my homework, you know what I'm saying, coming home from practice and stuff like that, and then still having to do piano practice. So my mom was basically like, look, I'm not finna be paying for all this piano stuff if you don't want to play it. So either you gonna play piano or you gonna do basketball, because we're not gonna do
Hoop or
both.
do whatever else.
Yeah,
Right.
so I was like,
I had
I'm gonna do hoop. But
I
like
had a
that's one
part two. I had a part two to that question. I was gonna ask: was there a point where you felt like your parents could tell this wasn't just gonna be like a dream or a hobby, that you could actually pursue this as a career?
No. Well, I'll say only because my mom passed away when I was 13, so I can't really,
Condolences.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know, but like my dad, I think he's the same way. Like whatever she was gonna do, she was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
my dad was pretty much like, whatever you do, just be good at it. Like I really don't care what you do. Like on
That's
any
real.
spectrum, just be the best at whatever it is, and that means actually having the dedication and putting the time. You know what I'm saying? So like I was always taught to, whatever you're gonna do, like you got to work hard at it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you the freedom to figure it out. But I think it was. I mean, my dad has always been proud of me. Like he sends me newspaper clipping, all the stuff. Like I said, he didn't care. If I sold drugs, like be the best drug dealer, like be the one. You know what I'm saying? Like just be
Gotta
the
have
best one.
aspirations.
Yeah.
My
So
mom, my
so
mama
be
said.
good. So the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm good at it, he's just like, damn it, you did it. Like you're
Yeah.
good. So
You
that's all
you
I can
you
ask
met
for.
you mentioned like newspaper clippings and stuff like that, but I was gonna ask, is there like a early accolade or something specific that maybe if it wasn't even for like you and your family, but something that for you like resonated where you're like, you know what, like I think I'm on the right path, like or you received respect from certain somebody's. I'm sure it continuously happens as we go on, whenever
Mhm.
you open for a show, do something or be around somebody, rub shoulders, or your verse
Mhm.
gets played, or a Method Man or whoever it is shouting you out. But what's something early on that made you be like, I think I'm gonna keep going? Like I still got little jobs and hustles, but this music
Mhm.
thing is gonna be like the one for me.
I will say it was, so that the Mohai had a hip hop exhibit some years ago, and they asked me to put some of my stuff in the museum. I thought that was really cool. But after that, I got, maybe it was like a year or two later. I don't quote me. I still have the email in my email, but it's a museum in Oakland reached out to me and wanted to put to feature me in their museum, and I thought that was super dope. Like a
Oh,
museum,
that's fire.
who could say they meet in a
Miles from
museum,
there.
let alone two? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right. No,
that was hard to me. So I still
that's
hold on to
different
that.
than
Like I
any
keep that
other
in my back
award or
pocket.
anything.
Yeah, I
That's
keep
that's
that in my
high
back
level
pocket
art.
when niggas is really trying to flex, talking about stuff like, but are you in a museum though? No, I don't think
Right,
so.
right, right. Oh no, that's what's up. That's what's up. No, they did
Are
have
you
me
in
in a
two?
museum in Oakland
Two?
though
Are
too.
you zero museums, right? Oh, okay, I'm in two.
That's a real exhibit.
Church, church.
So,
So that was my favorite.
so based on that, it sounds like as you keep going, it's like every accolade kind of is an affirmation. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
kind of keep you moving on. You know what I'm saying? Because I
It's
thought you were gonna reach even further back. I wasn't sure if there was the first time you was at Numos or something. You felt, wow, okay, no, they feeling me for real. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because like ID was talking about. I mean, I'm sure you've got to acknowledge it to some degree, but when
mm,
it comes to artists out here, you've been a pillar for many moons, and definitely are any female rapper reference could be compared to you. You know what I'm saying? You're the
mhm.
Queen Latifah of the Eve of the or whatever of the. You know what I'm saying? Like you could
Yeah.
be given that accolade. But when did you start to feel that? Was there a moment in time where you start to feel that? Because there's been it's not like you was out here by yourself. You didn't just get it just
Mhm.
because you was the only one here. You got it because
Right.
you was the best out of, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm. The question was, when I feel like I was the one.
Yeah, like, or you got your stripes, or you had the support of your community, even if it wasn't the whole city, because I think everyone has
You remember,
some
you
part
remember,
of
you
the
remember
city
the
that they
Matrix. You
can't
remember the
touch.
Matrix when Neo started glowing and everybody just figured it out. Like, oh, he's the one, yo. Like he
Mhm.
is the
Yeah,
one.
when
That moment. That moment.
I
when was
feel
that
like
moment?
I feel like all the moments that I have are like very like niche to me, in the sense that like you would think that my first Numo show and stuff like that, like those were big moments for me, but that's things that like come with it. Like of course I'm gonna have a headline show. Of course I'm gonna be doing all these shows.
Right.
I'm super hyped that like they were successful. But there's this one specific time I was in New York, and I want to say I was there I think this was when Sam had a show at Webster Hall, and he had me come perform. And I remember, I think it was like the Airbnb or whatever I was staying at. I'm walking up the stairs and this old lady is walking past me and she recognized me. And I didn't even believe her. Like, she was an old lady.
Right.
Like,
And she's hyped
she
too,
looking at
probably.
me and she looking at me and I'm looking at her and she was like, do you make music by chance? And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I was like, get the hell out of here. There's no way. Like, man, don't play with me. Like, you do not know me,
Oh,
man.
that's wild,
Really,
man.
and I was like, that's crazy. An
That's
old
wild.
lady
Unfortunately, we got to cut the
recognized me. And I was like,
conversation
oh,
a
yeah, I'm
little
the one.
short, man.
I'm the
We're coming
one.
up on the break right now, man. So,
No,
unfortunately, our time is...
that was the story, and that was exactly the moment that I was looking for right there.
Hey, real quick,
because it might not be a
guys,
show
we
or
are
something
out of
like that.
time,
How
man.
old
We
is
are out
he?
of time.
How old is he?
It's
you can
always
stay with
gonna
us.
be something
You can
that's
stay with us
personal
for
to
the
you.
next another
Okay,
hour.
okay.
If
She
you
was like
want,
a grand.
Gab.
She was a
Would you
grandma.
like
She was
to stay
somebody's
with us
grandma.
for another hour, Gab?
Sure.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we'll have some more time with Gifted Gab, definitely. So looking forward to that, man. Stay with her for another hour. We got Afrok joining us in a couple of minutes, man. He has a song premiere on the way. Mambo has a song premiere on the way, man. But we're gonna get to our birthday segment real quick and then get to the commercial break real quick. So pay tribute to people celebrating their birthdays this week. Happy birthday to all those.
My guy DJ
man.
Vega and Dirty Harry. We started off with some legends. Okay.
Hey, for sure.
Yeah, that was hard.
for
Shout
sure.
out to Stewie Newton too, man.
Yes, for sure. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah, them is all the homies.
Any birthdays you want to shout out, Gab?
Hell no.
None of y'all want to shout
I
out.
ain't gonna lie. I'm not a holiday celebrating type of person. Like, I don't. The ones I know I remember, but if not, I literally, when someone tells me, I put it in my calendar because I know just in my brain I'm not gonna remember it.
Right.
So, like, my phone gotta remind me and tell me.
All right. All right, man. Make sure you go cop Gifted Gab's album, G Body Music, man. First ever album I've ever seen with some poop on the cover.
And go cop some of that.
That's not
everything.
proof. That's pee.
That's pee, bro. No. Hold on. I got you, Gab. When girls gotta pee, bro, they open the door and they sit between the door and they pee outside when they drunk outside. Bro, I used to be out there with it. I already know what they was doing.
Hey, while y'all copping that music too, go get some of that Everything G Mediums collective gear too, so you can
On
be rocking the
everything.
style.
Yeah, I
man.
need me a piece.
You know
I need me
what
a piece for my girl.
All right, man. We're gonna go into our next song real quick. Some R&B for you from Chemist Mayfield. This joint is called Dance For Me, featuring Black Butterfly, off of the album A List of Demands by Chemist Mayfield. So enjoy this one. Fresh Juice, Afrok coming in with a song premiere in a couple of minutes. Keep it locked.
My new girl do it slowly when she move it, so I won't miss her thing, yeah. She gon' put a show on, cause she know I watch her closely, always, yeah. She make me forget them other girls when she hypnotize me with that, you know. I can read her mind when she look me in my eyes, oh, she know what I like. She gon' dance for me. See her dance for me. She gon' dance for me. See her dance for me. My new girl got a body that's to die for, and it's all over me, yeah. When she get to sliding down, and she only gon' focus on me, yeah. She make me forget them other girls when her hands get to touching on that, you know. She gon' change my life when she take me for a ride, oh, she know what I like. She gon' dance for me. See her
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, The Hospitality from the Martial Law Band, and you're tuned into Fresh Juice. We got Rainier Avenue Radio, we got the Juice Pack, and my boys D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo every week coming to you. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit kingcounty.gov.
The beat of the Fox with nastiness is back on K-Fox Night Beat.
Yo, what's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mixmaster Ice from UTFO.
What's up? Who you thought this is? This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And this is Terry Lewis.
And I'm Grand Mixer GMS.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Third Degree.
This is JJ Hudson from the High Children family.
Sunday nights from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's K-Fox Night Beat with DJ Nastiness.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing back the memories.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music.
Bringing Seattle's hottest music. Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
That's my noise. Peace.
Generational wealth. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. What is generational wealth? We asked our communities, and this is what they had to say.
Generational wealth to me means to provide and establish wealth for generations to come, whether it be through real estate or through other equitable funding, stocks, bonds, but first of all, I think that general wealth starts with securing property. And that's it.
This campaign to create awareness to generational wealth is brought to you by the Department of Neighborhood's Generational Wealth Initiative, the Washington Housing Finance Commission, and Rainier Avenue Radio.org. Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your homie Markel from The Circle, live with Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio. You're tapped in with The Circle's finest. Pint Size Patron, D-Money, IDYourself, and OG Mambo. You in the right place.
Let me tell you how I went through the struggle, just so I could feel it, try to do it the hard way, ensure that I could heal it. Looked up at glass ceilings, ascension less appealing when the dark times come. You lose control of feelings, let me tell you there's a balance, a chase, a climb. When the sunshine hits, move away the gray skies, relax your mind, let the music take you to a place where the love shared in the space, reflection of your face. See, I'm at a point now where I'm controlling my mood. Summer vibes brought by loved ones and good food. Roll your windows down, bump my ish and just cruise. When life give you lemons, boy, you know what to do. Better start squeezing, go get some sugar and a glass. The people crowd around, wait for juice to pass. Go ahead and spread that love with a smile and a laugh. Bad days will come, so let the good ones last.
Sun don't shine down every day.
Sun don't shine down every day.
Learn some lessons in hard way.
Learn some lessons in hard way.
I know we'll get through this.
We'll get through this phase.
So I don't worry about the bad days.
I don't worry about the bad days.
The valleys make you appreciate the peaks, the ups and the downs, and the 7 days a week. Yeah, the world's filled up and make you want to stay asleep. To keep pushing through at times can feel like a major feat. The homie Smokes laid the beat, this shit slapping as hell. And I ain't wrote for a sec, I'm finally back to myself. Cracking the shell, felt like I was locked in a cell. Told myself this about the odds, nah, I'm not gonna fail. In a good crew, good vibes for the summertime. Bumping to escape on the days when the sun don't shine. Love is the ingredient from wealthy to the have-nots. We need it like a jar of barbecue sauce from Afrok. So when some bullshit come your way, brush it off and keep living. See another day, nonsense will fade. Just know that the love will stay. R.I.P. the love of Jay. Yeah.
Sun don't shine down every day.
Sun don't shine down every day.
Learn some lessons in hard way.
Lessons in hard way.
I know we'll get through this.
We'll get through this maze.
So I don't worry about the bad days.
I don't worry about the bad days.
I don't worry, baby. I don't worry. I don't worry, baby. I don't worry. I
Nah, we ain't worried about those bad days, man, because we got good ones every Wednesday night, 9 to 11, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Song premiere by Afrok right there. Bad Days featuring Grinch, Ezra, and Chris Stovall with production from the one and only Smoke M2D6.
Vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
Big vibes, yo.
Afrok, man.
And on that note, man, it's time to bring them in. Go ahead, Mambo.
Man, I ain't even go wait for it, man. We know what it is. We know what time's going on. We know what's going on, man. Make some noise. Afrok in the building. New premiere.
Welcome back.
Afrok.
Thank you. Good to be
Afrok,
back.
man, you outdid yourself with that one, man.
Oh, thank you, Patron. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, for sure, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Someone in the comments saying that's already sounding fire. My guy been cooking lately.
I love the Lover J shout out. That was dope.
Oh man, Grinch for real on that one.
For real. Yeah, absolutely, man. Jay was a pillar, man. For those who don't know, DJ Lover J was more than just a DJ for the community. He was a pillar. So that was
Man,
for
for sure. And every time I saw that, man, he had at least 5 women on him, man. So
love it, Jay.
Don't put his business out there.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, he must have been live.
That means one of the 5 is watching right now, man. You're gonna air him out.
It could be.
It's hilarious, man. Well, it's dope to have you, Afrok, man. Checking in with the song debut. We appreciate the love, man.
Yeah, most stuff. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for premiering the track, man. It's been
how did that one come together? Getting Grinch, Ezra, Chris Stovall, and Smoke on that one. That's a lot of people to get on one track.
Yeah. Well, I was in the process of building my album, and I was like, man, I need a single for it. So I'm just, searching through all these beats that Smoke sent my way, and that was the one. And so I hit up my boy Chris, and he was like, hey, you know who would be dope on this is my niece. And so he sent it over to his niece over in Ohio, and she laced some vocals. I sent it over to Grinch. Grinch laced some vocals. So we just been shooting it back and forth, and finally this is the coming out of it. So I like how it turned out. Sounds dope to me.
For sure. I'm definitely actually hip to Ezra myself, man. I think we've played a song from her before. She's actually a Seattle native, and she's living in Ohio, man, and a fellow Cancer.
It gave me that Black Eyed Peas, Where's the Love feel.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, okay.
Real talk.
That's a good reference. Definitely had the soul of that pocket right there.
And they was vocally going off.
Right.
So you said you were building a project, man. How far along on the project process were you with, and when did the journey start for you, my man?
Let's see. The album's been a long time coming. I mean, been building the album for years as far as what I wanted to create, but I just I wasn't in the right place to create this project right here. It's just a little bit more personal. So this one came through probably midway through. And a lot of the songs are really serious on the project, and we needed something lighthearted. So this one felt right for it. So I'm glad that this one came out, before everything else. Not to say that the rest of it's super serious, but it's a boom bap hip hop album. And so it was good to bring some soul into it.
So are you saying you work on multiple projects concurrently?
No, this one was supposed to be a couple albums ago. So as far as what I was going to release, I pretty much scrapped about 2 albums worth of material and started rebuilding from the start. My whole life changed, and so I just started rebuilding, musically.
Yeah, so, for sure, man.
First one, I want to thank you for the Love It J bar.
But that was Grinch.
That was Grinch. Yeah, but definitely, man, I'm definitely shouting out Love It J all the time. On that track, Lover J managed me for quite some time, and he put me in some different situations musically that I probably would have never been in without him. So, he was more like a brother to me, really, than an artist or a friend. He was like a brother. So, yeah, man.
I thought the same thing. I mean, I was wondering, when does Grinch's verse come on?
All right.
He really just hit the same pocket as you. I mean, yeah, y'all complimented each other well on that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
you had a story about you and AKA having the same beat.
Yeah, for this track.
Can you get that back? Can you run that one back for us?
Yeah. So AKA is actually on the upcoming project, and he was over recording his verse over at my spot, and I was like, "Hey man, you want to hear a little bit of the album? You want to hear something that I just put together?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, play that." And so he's sitting there kind of messing around with his phone, and he's looking down at his phone, and he's nodding his head, and he just kind of stops, and he just looks at me. He's like, "Nah, no way, no way." I'm like, "What, man? What? You don't like the song? What is it?" He's like, no way. And then he starts playing me this song off of his phone, and it's that same beat from Smoke. And we're just looking at each other. I put stop on my song. He stops his song. And we're just like, man, what do we do? What do we do? And AKA, man, being the big-hearted guy that he is, he was like, that's you. That's you, Afrok.
How far along was he on his song?
It was like a rough vocal recording over it. I can't tell. He had a whole song written out to it, and the song was dope. It was like about riding a train and the conductor asking for a ticket and kind of how he maneuvers through life. I better not sneak too much because I know he's still gonna drop that song on a different beat at some point. So
right,
but
we had him on the show, man. Yeah, he's definitely a character.
Good people.
Yeah,
good people.
Yeah.
I've had something like that happen to me too, bro. So I know that is an awkward moment too. When that happened, I was with a homie who introduced me to one of his other artist friends, and we were just going through catalogs, and he plays a record like on some like oh, this is something I'm trying to drop, and I was like, oh no, I already got that's out already. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's already out. Fortunately for me in that case, the producer was my home producer. Shout out to Kaleem Beats. He'd been a guest of the show. So I got to kind of swing a little bit of leeway and be like, yeah, bro, go ahead and let me hold that. That's my dog. I'll get you another one. I'll get you another one for sure. I'll get you another one.
Man, that's what's up. Back to the album though. What can you tell us? The details. Do you have a name for it? Do you have a drop date? What you got?
Yeah, absolutely. The album's called The King with Words. And basically I've been pretty quiet all my life, but when I do speak, I usually have something really to say. So I don't talk a whole lot, I don't do a whole lot of interviews. So even just being on here and doing this is like a stretch for me, But King with Words, just basically telling a lot about my life, what I've been going through, what I've gone through, where I'm going, and my love for hip hop, my love for my family, my love for people. So that's going to be dropping next month here. Next month meaning early October, since we're pretty much in September right now. But I got a couple of album release dates. I got one this weekend up in Tacoma at the Spanish Ballroom too. So that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. On that note, let's go ahead and jump into show and tell, because you have a show coming up here. And with the Jungle Brothers, September 2nd.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be live.
For sure. Yeah, there's gonna be a dope show right there. Also, Mambo's got some shows coming up, man, of course. So let's shout out some of those real quick, man. Tomorrow you're getting busy with a DJ set.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be at La Familia down there in Des Moines, turning it up on the turntables, mixing and matching, getting the energy right. You know how it goes.
And then it's the finale of Fremont Fridays.
Grand finale, my friends. The grand finale. We end in season 3 with a big old bang. A whole lot of reputable, respectable names on that bill. From what we're opening up with Nestra, closing out with MLB. I'm co-headlining with MLB on there. We got Jang the Goon coming from Spokane. My guy Skatey P gonna be in the building. It's gonna be a whole lot of energy. I can tell y'all that. A whole lot of energy.
And shouts out to Lonely Together, former guest of the show as well, coming down from Bellingham.
Yes, sir.
I remember them.
Yeah. So that's Fremont Fridays. It's the finale this Friday. So go out to LTD Bar and Grill there, man.
Have you guys ever had Afrok up there? We have it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, next summer, right?
Say the word.
You should definitely be up there, man. Fremont Fridays.
Yeah, for sure.
You need that 360 flavor.
That's right. Let's do it.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Now here at the station this weekend, we got an event as well on Saturday. It's our back to school vendor event, youth vendor event. So we'll have youth vendors here at the Columbia City Theater this Saturday from 3 until 7 p.m. There will also be a broadcast sometime during it that'll be short, so you can tune in and see some of the sights and sounds here on Rainier Avenue Radio. But yeah, this Saturday at the Columbia City Theater, back to school youth vendor event from 3 until 7 p.m. And also our football schedule has been released, as we mentioned last week. It'll start next weekend on the 8th, and we'll be broadcasting Chief Self at Lakeside at 5 p.m., and then Lincoln at Garfield at 7:45 p.m. And then later on in the season, you'll see games like O'Day at Rainier Beach and Eastside Catholic at O'Day, and of course Garfield and Rainier Beach, and all the big ones. You can tune in live on Rainier Avenue Radio for high school football, Metro League, Friday nights from September 8th all the way until October 20th. And again, we'll take it all the way to the state championship game.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. So we actually Jang Lagoon being part of that finale, man, we got a song from him. So we're gonna on that note, let's go ahead and play this song from Jang Lagoon. Also used to be known as Django, but now he's Jang Lagoon. He's got Roof on Fire, new joint from him. So
it's a fire record, man. He just performed it recently out in Spokane. I actually just DJ'd a set for him at Cafe Racer. This is a dope record, man. Tune in, turn the volume up.
Man, yeah, get a preview for the finale of Fremont Fridays. He'll be one of the artists performing. So here we go with Jang the Goon, and why don't I have it ready to go? There it is. Okay, let me put it up there. Just going to load real quick. 3, 2, 1. You listen to Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. More with Afrok in just a second. Here's this new one from Jang the Goon, Roof on Fire. Oh, come on. I thought it would load. Process. There we go.
I guess these niggas think they status gon' save them, like these bullets in the chamber. Give a fuck about reputation. Nah, I'm not the shooter, but I've been patiently waiting. My goons, they go stupid about anything y'all be saying. If the roof on fire, let the shit burn. If the roof on fire, let the shit burn. If the roof on fire, let the bitch burn. If the roof on fire, man. I don't take these rappers too seriously. Most these niggas can't afford this shit, they rap about lyrically. Heard these niggas dropping diss tracks for attention. Mention my name, cause the culture finna listen. Yeah, me I can't relate. I make the trends, I am the wave, I am the face. Y'all not my king, y'all not my sons, no correlations. When I die, there's no replacement. They gon' hate a nigga now, but then gon' praise me when I make it. What's beef to a guy? Before you answer that, what's beef online? Cause when I'm out in public, y'all niggas be doing nothing. If it's war, then it's war, but best believe it's on sight, yeah. If the roof on fire, let the bitch burn. If the roof on fire, let the bitch burn. If the roof on fire, let the bitch burn. If the roof on fire, man. If you want beef, drop the pen. If you want beef, drop the pen. If you want beef, drop the pen. Oh my God. If you want beef, drop the pen.
Jang the Goon, Roof on Fire. He'll be performing at the finale of Fremont Fridays this Friday at LTD Bar and Grill, man.
That was lit.
Literally, right?
That was fire.
All fire, man. Here chilling with Afrok, man, live on the air, man. One of his rare interviews.
Rare.
Is that like, I mean, do folks be asking you for interviews and you turning them down, or I mean, how does that work for you?
No, it's not like that. No, I just don't go out of my way to just be like, hey, let me get an interview. Yeah. Yeah,
I got it.
I don't have a problem doing it. It's just, I'd rather be behind the scenes, behind a mic on stage, rather than just, all up close. And I was never the one to want to go read in front of the class. You know what I mean? I wasn't that guy. That wasn't me.
So did you deal with stage fright before becoming an artist?
No, there's no stage fright. No,
Okay.
I'll rock in front of 10,000 people. It doesn't matter to that. It's just on camera, the up close and personal type.
Got it.
All that. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely have to put on another hat to like promote your own music, and it's always like double weird when it's your music.
Yeah.
It's easier to promote the homies' music.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Most definitely. Yeah.
This is what I tell my homies often.
Right.
I'm gonna be promoting this record pretty tough though, just because it means a lot to me.
It deserves it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I recorded it on myself at my spot. I'm doing all the mixing and mastering on it, and so it's like from the ground up. And I got some of my favorite local MCs that are gonna be up on there. So just stay tuned on that. I'm not gonna leak everybody out there right now, but you already know AKA's on there.
How much production did Smoke do?
I think he's got 5 on there.
Ooh.
He does heavy production. He does whole projects. So
yeah, this is not a surprise for sure.
I think I have a total of 8 producers on it.
8.
So
that's a good mix.
Yeah. It's a very different mix of music on there. So, but it all fits together though somehow.
How many tracks?
18.
18. Okay.
See, when you say 18,
that's a full album.
Yeah, when you say 18, that was a standard at a certain point when I was growing up around like 2004 or so. It's like that was Rough Riders Ride or Die Volume 2, and everybody was dropping 18 to 20 songs.
Right. Yeah, and I go back and forth with, should I do an EP? Should I just hit them with 7 or 10 tracks? But there's a whole lot of meat on this album. You know what I mean? This isn't an appetizer. This is the feast, So I didn't want to come light with it.
Speaking of a feast, man, coming from the 360, I actually got Yak Nasty booked up here in next month.
Ooh.
And so what can you say about Olympia and Lacey and their different ranges from hip hop and how it represents hip hop in the Northwest as a whole?
There's a whole lot of different style in the Ole Lacey area. I mean, if you want to go from the Evergreen State College, where you kind of got a little bit more mellowed out, chilled out vibes, conscious hip hop, to the Yak Nasties who are going to give you a show, to the AKAs and myself who are just going to come up and perform and give you raw hip hop, to the Miz's and the AHPs who are going to give you some of that street storytelling. So it's a good variety. There's a lot of good MCs out in the 360. So we just be out here doing our own thing. But when it all comes down to it together, the All Your Friends album, the compilation, there's a lot of different Ole MCs who probably wouldn't have ended up on the same project if it weren't for Smoke putting that together and melding these different styles together. So that's kind of how Olympia Lacey is. It's a melting pot for different sounds and different styles, which makes it dope.
I could see that, man. I could see
that. Just to be clear, are you from Olympia or Lacey?
Olympia, 360.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, on that note, man, we're coming into our final half hour, so we're going to take a short little recess. Be right back with our guy Afrok. We have a song premiere coming from OG Mambo, so stay tuned for that. We got ID the question, man. Who knows what this man's going to ask us, and we're going to keep it live. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Go tell a friend to tune in.
Good afternoon. This is Morgan Freeman. You are rocking with Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio. Here with your host, D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself, and OG Mambo. Thank you for listening and have a nice night.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone.
Kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Ghost Show. The Neon Ghost Show. Right here on Rainier. What's it? Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I'm so tired. I have to pee.
Mga kaibigan, ito po si Kuya Bert Kawili.
And this is Miles Salvador from Australia.
And I'm Norb Kawili, also known as Norbcam. Kung gusto niyo po ang latest news and events from the Philippines at yung local Filipino community, PhilAm Radio po.
We play Filipino music and interview guests from all around the world.
And I'll keep you updated on the latest Seahawks and sports news. Kaya always tune in. PhilAm Radio every Tuesday, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
And in YouTube and Facebook. Salamat po.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
Hey, yo, beautiful fam. It's your boy, The Dirty Sample. You're listening to Fresh Juice on Rainier Avenue Radio with the Juice Pack. My boys D-Money, Pint Size Patron, IDYourself OG Mambo. Get fresh, baby.
We was just kids with bright smiles and big dreams, still naive of the pain that the world could bring. Take me back to a simpler time before our innocence lost. Love didn't come with the cost. They say things fall apart, burn out, or fade away. My tear tracks made a trail of memories that remain. Forever searching in the mirror, looking for someone to blame. If there's a heaven on earth, it don't exist round my way. First drugs brought us together, now we used to escape. Learn if money comes fast, that it's not here to stay. Know if you're buying or you're selling, son, it all ends the same. Half addicted to the product, rest is hooked on the game. It's real. Another overdose, another homie gets slain. Sick of funerals and wakes, tragedy and dismay. I can barely sleep at night and every morning I pray. Feel like the only one left, I think it's time for a change. You can't take my joy, my joy. Shots rang out before the sun came up. The ricochet on the net got my mind fucked up. Disconnected situations deep down, I had enough. And still the grim reaper comes for all the people I love. Our last conversation, you was wildin'. I told you focus on your music, leave the shit behind you. You laughed it off like that wasn't the assignment. But violence breeds violence out of alignment. Now there's only death and silence. Wish there was something more that I could have said. Said I'm battling this grief from the loss of my mans. Replay the good times again and again. Know I cherish every moment, I don't got many friends. I hope we all find a peace at the end and experience love that's neither fake or pretend. I'll keep my head up on my grind until then. Make the most of every minute until we meet again. You can't take my joy, my joy.
Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. That song gets me in the feels, man.
Wavy.
Former guest of the show, Mickey O'Brien, up there from Canada, Han Solo Records. He had his album, his record Aquarius, featuring Matt Soroka on that joint.
I think that movie was Basketball Diaries. I've never seen it though.
Yeah, that he put the video to the music. Yeah, for sure.
My brother said something about the movie. Made me not want to watch it. I forgot what it was. Though.
Man, that has to be like one of the early ones that Leo DiCaprio did. Man.
Yeah, Leo DiCaprio he's a great actor.
For sure, man. All right, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, man. It is time to turn it over. It's to our minds because we got a question coming at us, man. It's time to ID the question.
Man, from your scalp to your feet, I need the question when you speak. Let me ask you something. Listen, yo, I mean, this is mainly towards the fellas, but I wanted to do this on the Gifted Gab episode because I know a lot of ladies are gonna tune into this, and it means a lot to me that us fellas represent ourselves for the women on our own accords. And check this out. Me myself personally, I did a woman who works in the medical field, right? But when we had a child together, I wanted her to understand the kind of man that she was dating. So I offered and like wanted her to take a year off of work so that she can heal. You feel me? And I want her to understand that I was gonna work hard enough for her to be able to do that comfortably and not have to worry about nothing. And she hasn't needed to, and that's the point. So my question to y'all as men is chivalry really dead? Like I can't pronounce that word properly, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like, is it really like gone that we're gonna really take care of our women properly, open doors and chairs, and really like be really good men to these people? Because it's all in the music that we're still willing to slap women. It's all in the music that we're still willing to pimp people, and it's all in the music that we're still messing with hoes. And it's like
I actually don't slap women.
I respect that. I'm just speaking about all men. Like it's a question towards all men. Like, do you think that is dead? That will get back to a point where we really take care of women in a way that we should have always been taking care of women. Like the soil was inherited. A lot of the things that we have taken advantage of these days, we do it off the cuff, like it's just nothing, and that includes women. And I feel like
these women are slapping dudes.
True,
brother. That doesn't mean you hit him back.
Men are catching hands,
brother. That doesn't mean you hit him back.
Hey,
bro.
Patron, that is a fact.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you
don't get talked about enough.
It doesn't. Well, you still can't hit him back. There's ways to go about those situations and scenarios to still feel like you didn't have to take an L, but you don't have to hit him back.
All right, who wants to take on the chivalry question, man?
Thank you. That's what I was going to how to pronounce that. Yeah, thank you.
Afrok, what are your thoughts?
Oh, muted.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, you're good now.
I don't think it's dead, but I do think it depends on the person and what they're willing to put into it. It takes energy to actually be conscious of if you're going to do something special or nice for a person. So I think every day we have to choose, are we going to open our door for our lady? And I fail daily at it, being married 21 years, but I still try to do little things like that, when I can remember. Shout out to my wife. She's listening right now too. Shout out to my wife, Kara. And my son Jamal.
Yes.
Salute to y'all.
Yeah, I would have to say that I wouldn't call it dead, but I think it also needed redefinition because part of some of the error with chivalry was feeling like you need to do certain things that maybe aren't necessary. I think the most important thing is being able to communicate effectively, and your job as a man is to be able to understand and perceive the situation and fill the gaps where necessary. You know what I mean? Not just do A, B, and C, but because some ladies need different things. Some girls might not want you to open this or do that. Yeah. Their historic background or the trauma attached to their life, when you do something like that, it could be more so like demeaning as opposed to helpful. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just about understanding what your partner needs and then trying to fill that gap and be that exact role. You know what I mean? If it's more activity, if it's less activity, if it's more conversation, if it's less conversation, it's really just about, finding that balance. You know what I mean? Because that's the key. Because I feel like sometimes it's not necessarily just opening the door or, you know what I mean? Because attached to chivalry comes also these like old school socialized norms, like who does the dishes and who takes the trash out and who does these things, which for the most part, I think most of us follow a similar guideline, you know what I mean? But there is room for interpretation within those, you know what I mean? It's all about your household. It's all about how it worked for you. Not all women work the same is basically the point that I'm getting at. Like just because you open a door doesn't necessarily make you a gentleman to one lady as it might to another lady. You know what I mean? You giving a compliment can mean something to someone that it doesn't mean to someone else. You know what I'm saying? So
you take off your jacket and throw it over that puddle of water.
You know he does.
Yep.
Get that washed up real quick.
First of all, I always thought that was conceptually the dumbest thing. Like, if you really want to be a man's man, Nah, for real.
Nah,
That's dumb, bro. We're gonna talk about it. That's dumb. Because if you really a man's man, then what you gonna do?
Oh
What
my
you gonna
God.
do is you gonna pick that girl up and you gonna either jump over or walk through the puddle and have like mildly wet socks and shoes instead of a wet jacket, dog. Like now your jacket's wet the rest of the day. Like if y'all is on the way to the date, that means you're gonna walk into the restaurant and hand
I believe
the
you,
coat
ID.
check person.
I believe you,
Nah,
ID.
hold on, bro. The coat check man a wet jacket now. It's still wet after you finish dinner, so now you're walking back with a cold damn jacket. Now you have pneumonia, and you contracted pneumonia, which made you more susceptible to COVID. You gave her COVID, so what kind of gentleman are you? Like, do y'all see the trajectory of the pathway?
Listen, real quick. Let me just explain this real quick. Okay, so look, I'm throwing the jacket over the puddle because that was what they did in the 60s. Now hold on. We also hold on. We also held the umbrella as we walked down the sidewalk. Like there's just a certain standard that I come with.
Umbrella? No. It's not
Hold
about
on.
the
Now hold on. I'm holding it. Wait. Mambo, hold on. I'm gonna hold the umbrella, right? But when I pick the jacket up, okay, this is the important part. When I pick the jacket up, I'm throwing the jacket away. I'm not walking into a restaurant with a dripping jacket. I got money. What are you talking about?
Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm glad you made that point because I got another one for you. So now we're just throwing away $100 jackets for a puddle to some lady when we could have walked over. Like this is cool, bro. Like the logic, like if that. Listen. I'm just gonna say this. If
there's Stacey Adams. I'm not getting soggy socks in my Stacey Adams over my little $100 jacket.
I had to walk to my closet for y'all. If me being a gentleman means I need to sacrifice these, I'm not a gentleman, ladies. I'm sorry. I will carry you over the puddle. You can get a piggyback ride. We can walk around the puddle. I'll go get my car and we can drive past it. I'll hold the umbrella.
Mambo. The whole point.
I'm not throwing away my jacket, bro.
Mambo, the whole point is that you can't go around it. The puddle is so big you can't go around it. That's the whole point.
You know what?
I'm gonna
be back next week. And I'm coming back next week with some answers because ID, you just opened it up. I'm going on a YouTube search. I'm investigating. I'm researching. I need to know who the first person who thought that was even like a good idea. Like, who was like, oh my, he's such a gentleman. And we were walking and there was a puddle and he just took his jacket off and sacrificed his jacket for me. What? Why do you want to date that man? He's not financially responsible. Are his bills paid? He's just throwing jackets away. Like, this is the type of guy you want to be with? Nah, man.
Yo, ID, what kind of puddle is so big that you can't walk around it, bro? That's
right. Hold on. You haven't seen it? Afrok, you're from Olympia. Y'all done seen it?
You missed it. You missed it. It's part of a riddle. It's a puddle that is so big you can't walk around it, but it's small enough for your jacket to cover it up.
Listen, y'all tripping. No, listen. You take the jacket, you ball the jacket up, you put it in the puddle, you use it as a lily pad while you put and you put it on your back, bro. You put it on your back, you give her a piggyback ride, and that's how you get over the puddle.
I don't know, man. This just has like the slight whiffings of like colonial history tied to it, and it's just not making sense to me. I'm not feeling good about it. I don't know who decided that. I just think that
I promise you will not find you.
Any logical culture would have made the decision like, let's figure out together. Hey, babe, we're gonna figure out how to get around this puddle together. Like we're both gonna get around this. Like I'll get my feet wet.
No, hold on. But look, in Olympia, y'all done seen it. It be all raining outside, and you go look at a puddle on the ground, and it's so big it covers the goddamn sidewalk. What are you talking about?
Hey, and your jacket ain't gonna do nothing either, man. You gotta get
That's why you need a puddle. That's why you need a lily pad. That's why you need the lily
What
pad.
if you throw your jacket over the puddle and then she says, "I'll just walk around."
It's like the equivalent.
That was nice of you, but I'll just walk around.
It's like the equivalent of throwing your jacket in the lake. Like, why would you do that?
I don't yet, but one day when I have a daughter, I'm gonna make sure that she chooses the guy who finds a way around the puddle, not the guy who throws away his jacket. I just want that to be known. Like that guy, he's not thinking, but he's a showboat. He's a show off. He wasn't thinking. He was just moving fast. He just threw his jacket on the ground. Now, I want you to find the thinker. He's gonna give you a piggyback ride. I saw KJ say piggyback ride. Or we could do the old school arms in front carry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'll even, you know what? I would even go so far as to go barefoot and walk through the puddle barefoot and then dry my feet, put my socks back on. And then, like, there's so many cooler ways. Like, there's so many things I would do before I was like, oh, man, what am I going to do with this puddle? Let me throw a jacket on it. You know what? You know what? Let me throw my jacket on this. I think this actually makes sense.
My jacket.
Listen. I never told my mom. I never told my mom I'm the type of man to do this or whatever like that. I just simply knew how I was raised. But my point to saying that is because my mother has told me, and I was drunk when she said it, but I remember this crap. She told me, she's like, you drink so much, I would never marry a man like that. And no woman is going to want to marry a man if you drink that much, right? And that's logical. But in my sense of saying that, I mean, I don't know.
Hear me out. Dark turn to the left.
No, hear me out. I don't think that. No, hear me out. I don't think that she would think it's a bad thing. I don't think she would think it's a bad thing that I'm willing to turn my jacket into a lily pad. Like, I don't think she'd bug out about that.
You know what? Next week on Fresh Juice, we're going to be holding a jacket giveaway drive because ID just has jackets to sacrifice. So for the youth going back to school who might need a jacket, we got a jacket for you. Please do not use this jacket to get your date over a puddle. Do not use it for that reason, but we will be giving jackets away because this man is sacrificing codes.
Not the jacket giveaway.
You need to relax.
Hey, shout out to ID with your sobriety, bro, man. I'm proud of you.
Yo, for real, man. Like,
for sure,
man. You went off on that. And not to single you out, D, but being that you're the only single one in the group, what you think about the question?
So yeah, to go things to a more serious note, man. I'm actually more of this. I'm more chivalrous, just toward my fellow person. So either women and men, I'll open doors. I'll give them the right of way. Just like
you'll take your jacket off and throw it in a puddle.
So yeah, what?
You'll throw your jacket in a puddle?
Nah.
He was quick. He said,
"Nah, I'm not."
The driest of no, there's not.
I'm not wasting
thinking about it.
No.
And this is what I want to know who it was. Like, I couldn't imagine being in one of those inside the chivalry class, and they're like, "All right, gentlemen, in today's lesson, you can throw your jacket." I'll be like, "No,
KJ says,
no, I'm done. I want my money back. I need a refund."
KJ says, let's test out this puddle experiment and see what happens. See if the jacket gets ruined and you put it on your backside.
Here's my thing, bro. Here's my thing. There's no point in trying to take a puddly jacket to the dry cleaners. Talk about some, hey, you know me.
All right,
no.
All right, I'm gonna level with you. ID, I'm gonna level with you. We're gonna walk through it, okay? We're gonna walk through it. All right. So it is raining so hard that it's creating puddles on the ground. It is so hard, raining hard, right? Profusely. It's probably pretty cold outside. You now have your puddly jacket. You didn't have an umbrella because you're out there thugging.
I always have an umbrella.
Okay, you have an umbrella, but now you're cold.
I'm holding it for her. Remember I said I was holding the umbrella for her.
Now you have hold on. Now you got a slightly damp t-shirt. no jacket, and you're on this date in the restaurant shivering,
But look,
bro. Like,
but look,
bruh.
you forgot one part. You forgot one
Why
part.
you always have an umbrella?
You forgot one part. Well, no, Patron,
that away.
Patron, hold on, Patron. I said I was holding it. Hold on, no. I said I was holding the umbrella for her, and then for Mambo with my damn t-shirt, I'm still gonna go in that restaurant, eat some lobster and steak, and get that new nana. Cause you already know she's gonna warm me back up later because she still has a jacket on because I'm a gentleman. God damn it!
First of all,
the jacket was just a ploy.
We
gonna feel me?
ID. We gonna have the lobster and steak with a dry jacket, okay? Because it takes a dry jacket in order to.
You're not even gonna wear the jacket when you're eating. What are you talking about?
We definitely need that Burlington Coat Factory.
And restaurants always have the AC on, so now you're in there with a slightly wet t-shirt. Wow. It's extra cold. You're shivering. Your teeth are chattering. You're not making good conversation.
I'm gonna order me.
All you want to eat is the soup because you're freezing. Like
this is the second week in a row, guys, that ID's been roasted.
No, he jumped in. He jumped in on that one.
Yeah, no, he went off the cliff with this one. I can't believe you're standing with. There's you in a room of 10 guys. We throw the jacket in the puddle, guys. The rest of us are like, no, we found a better way.
Like, you know what, you guys? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a poll on Facebook. I'm gonna share the link to this episode. I'm gonna get the timestamp for this moment, and I'm gonna ask anybody. I'm asking anybody.
I'm still tripping because I've never seen a puddle that big. I've never.
What are you talking about? You guys get 4 seasons in 3 hours. What are you talking about?
And let me save you the time, Afrok. There is no puddle that big.
It's called the Pacific Ocean for sure.
I was gonna say, ID, back to the original question, man. It's like when I was saying like women put their hands on dudes these days. The reality is women are making more money than dudes these days as well, and that just didn't happen back then.
What does money have to do with domestic violence?
As far as chivalry being dead, is it about domestic violence?
No. What he's saying is in reference. The whole concept of chivalry was you're a man, you have more opportunities, you could do more, you could work in this time period, this era, because women weren't being given equal opportunities or degrees and all different type of levels. So chivalry was that being a gentleman would be to go above and beyond for someone else who was quote unquote misfortunate or in a position that was lower than yours. That's how the standard was. So chivalry died in that essence of the balance of life. That's why my answer was my answer. You got to figure out who you're dealing with, man. You got to know who you're dealing with.
And I feel like a lot of women. They either come from a family where directly
the internet don't want to.
A lot of times they're guided.
I want to know why you keep attaching domestic violence into chivalry.
Well, I just feel like a lot of women are guided either one way, where it's like you're gonna go out and get it, and if this gets in your way, you knock it down, or you're gonna be guided in a sense that like, well, you're gonna find the right man that's gonna take care of you in this way because that's the era we come from, and that's what we're gonna get.
But even that framework, that verbiage, not all women want to find a man to take care of them. That's
what I'm saying. They're guided and coached and were raised that way.
No, but there's a majority that is not. That's actually not what's happening. Most of them,
and that's why I'm making a poll.
Hey, I just wanted to be clear, and I want my final thoughts on the topic to be that throwing your jacket in a puddle should not even be on your top 10 options for getting your partner through a puddle. Like, I want you to think of 10 cooler ways to get through that puddle before it succumbs to you sacrificing your jacket and now being cold for the duration of the date. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
All right, those are good final words to look forward. Look forward to ID Yourself's poll on your local Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
You ready for that?
And we got to get to this world song premiere from our own OG Mambo.
Let's go.
Do you want to say anything, or do you want us to just play it, man?
I want to know something about it.
September 1st is dropping this here coming Friday. You know, I had to give my Juice Pack family, the early sneak preview. So all y'all who are tuned in now, watching it live, y'all are getting the early release and preview to it. We're going to be live at Fremont Friday, turning up. Had to get some new music out for the good people. Got a project coming in October. Got this joint featuring my dog Tracy Lamont, produced by D Honey. Chop the top. D Money, take it away.
Chop the top off the whip, let the smoke fly. As the wind blow and the sun shine, right? We ain't worried about shit now. Blowing big clouds, and people knowing how we get down. Everybody got their own bag with a name tag. Y'all ain't blowing no back, huh? Y'all ain't smoking out that big stack, huh? Come on, right? Come on, y'all don't be copping from my brother Mac. You not connected with my partner Smack. Come on, facts. You wasn't there on me and Migo made him stretch. You wasn't bending corners through the set. Come on, you never been the plug, you never know the stress. And you ain't never showing love, you never know success. All we wanna do is win, we ain't accepting less. You better say it with your chest, right? I got some top, then I pop, then I had to slide. Didn't have to lie. Tears of joy, I made her kitty cry. And she giggle when she get her and I ain't giving up. Go ahead, get another one. Yeah, she already had a few. Time to bust, then I bust them over. Come on, right? Put my wheels in rotation. I light one up and thank God for my patience. Top off the whip, let the smoke fly. As the wind blow and the sun shine, right? We ain't worried about shit now. Blowing big clouds, and people knowing how we get down. Everybody got their own bag with a name tag. Y'all ain't blowing no back, huh? Y'all ain't smoking out that big stack, huh? Come on, right?
Kicking this shit like badass kids. I be with a bad one, putting it all in the ribs. Even when missions rough, it was something like this. Even when I was broke, I was on my shit. I got fam, turn you blue on crib. I got flavor, I got hues on drip. You know, dude, don't trip. Only move chips. I been thugging out this bitch and don't club without the VIP. I been running up my shit, never running out of hits. I was born to do this shit, might be sore until it switch. If you pouring till you rich, we still pouring into this. Even when we catch the glitch, we still moving like we hit, like we broke, like we know how big a privilege that it is. Staying true to yourself while you sticking to the script. I been sticking to my shit, it get sticky in the mix. Looking claim that they your brother, but we back.
All right, Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio, world premiere from OG Mambo.
Yo, man, the last couple of releases.
AJ say he's throwing his jacket down with you, ID.
Okay, well, that's
I saw that.
A1 since day one, let's go.
2 jackets down.
Hey, that was fire, Mambo. That was fire.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I got a project dropping right on my birthday, October 21st. You know what? I ain't announced it yet nowhere else, but I'll give it to y'all here live too. But this project's gonna be called Pacific North Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to put a twist on that Pacific North Fresh. So that's coming out. That's some of the groovy little vibes. Got a few different pockets that I don't dive in there. Got a couple clips with Currency in there from the Spitter show when we was blowing it down and shit like that. If you paid attention in there too, so that was a good time.
I like that a lot of the releases today were a lot of like I call it sunset music. You feel me? A lot of times when you get to a certain part of the day, you only play a certain type of music. At least for me personally, because and at any given point when I'm hitting a bad mood or something, I take like a 30-minute drive, play some music, and I go back home. But whenever I do that,
all right, all right. So we gotta close out this edition of Fresh Juice. But before that, let's get some final words from Afrok. Anything you want to leave us with, man? Feel free.
Yeah, man. Just everybody come out who wants to come out to Spanish Ballroom with the Jungle Brothers on September 2nd. This Saturday coming up. We're about to be in the building. My man DJ Cool Hands Luke on the 1s and 2s. It's gonna be DJ Ryan Fresh holding it down also on the turntables. Lone Wolf and Cub. Look out for A King with Words coming next month. That's my new project. Got a bunch of people up on there. So yeah, man. Let's keep this Northwest hip hop movement thing going. Let's keep it going.
All right. We appreciate you, man, for joining us tonight. Also appreciate Gifted Gab for joining us earlier on tonight, man. Next week on Fresh Juice, who we got? How about a Grammy winner? MD Soulful.
Yes, indeed. Actually, on that note, real quick, make sure y'all pull up this weekend, man. Friday, Fremont Friday, you will have that Grammy award-winning saxophone player on stage with me, rocking with OG Mambo and Soulful Hospitality. My guy MD Soulful. And then the next day, in the daytime, right before you go kick it at Afrok over at Spanish Ballroom, you can come pop it with us at Bumper Shoe, then slide down and go get your whole Evergreen State vibrations, man. Get the whole local scene tapped in. You dig?
And then, like we said, next week on the program, September 6th, Grammy-winning saxophonist MD Soulful will be joining us live on Fresh Juice. Hopefully in studio, man. We haven't had an in-studio guest in a minute, man. So be some good energy from MD Soulful, some game.
We'll get some live saxophone too. I bet you.
Oh man, would love it. Live performance for sure. So tune in next Wednesday. It's our first show of September 6th. Fresh Juice, Rainier Avenue Radio. Follow us on all of our platforms, of course. We're on Facebook. You can follow us there. Facebook.com/group/Fresh Juice Media. IG and Twitter. Follow us there. Fresh Juice Media. We live tweet the playlist on our X or Twitter and tag the artists so you can learn more about them. And of course, YouTube. Follow us and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. All that beautiful stuff. YouTube.com/@Fresh Juice Media. Go ahead and take a second and subscribe to Fresh Juice right there on our YouTube.
Do it right now.
Full
Right
shows.
now. Go hit that button. Hit that subscribe button right now.
Full
Click
shows
it.
there
It's right
and
there.
smaller clips.
It's right there. Click it.
Yep. This guy's watching way too much YouTube. All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right. Peace. Thanks for having me on.
Keep sipping that fresh juice.
Good looking, bro.
Top the top.
For sure.